Hey, it's John and Jay this time, talking about the return position in doubles. John, take us through your positioning, or what you would suggest, where we start, and the reason why.
Okay. Well, there's kind of a neat trick. Finding out where your position is on the court. Now, certainly you like to hit forehands or backhands, but I like to center myself on the court in relation to where the server is. Okay?
So I think geometry, this has to do with geometry. Everybody get ready.
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
a neat
good.
trick.
That's
We're
good.
looking at a triangle, okay, and we're going to bisect the angles of the triangle. Now, this isn't a equilateral triangle, so it's not going to be quite as clean, but for all intents and purposes, it's going to be all right. So, as far as bisecting the angle. So let's say the server is going to be right here, and so their abilities are to hit to a corner here or a corner here. Let's say that's what they're able to do. And those shots can create angles, so we'll just try to draw that. I'll try to draw as clean a line as possible. That could pull me out to here. If I'm a returner, I'll be out here. That's my extreme to my right, and my extreme to the left, if they can hit it here, is going to be out to here. So you can see it's not going to be completely center mark in this server's position, okay? If they're standing closer to the center, yes, then that ball is going to come down here. But so I want to stand somewhere between these two lines, okay? And so a neat trick is just kind of eyeball the center of the service box line. Does that look like the center?
Yep.
Okay? And then you keep this center mark between the server and yourself, so you can draw a line through that center mark, and that's going to give you a rough idea of where you need to stand as a returner. So let's say the server's over here now, same idea, cut it through the center mark. So you can see you're going to be a little bit further to the left on that particular play. So that's what I like to do.
And John, something simple, I like to think of the seesaw.
Ooh.
If you serve out here,
Mhm.
then what happens is the further, let's say you take a step from where you are to the right, then I take a step to the right, and we're on like a seesaw.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
The more you move to the left, then I move to the left.
That's cool. That's really cool. Here, Jay. This is
No,
for you.
no, this is no, we're good, we're good. All right, so,
That's really good, yeah. So, but it's the same idea, right?
yeah, same idea.
bisecting the angle.
Bisecting the angle, yeah, good.
Okay.
What about, John, I see this a lot, second serve. Do you stand in the same position as the first serve? What do you suggest? I know there's a lot of different variables, but.
Oh, I've seen players who like to stand in a drastically different position to try to intimidate the server. Okay? And as a server, I always enjoy that. Now I have a nice target, and they're going to have to move. So I know they're going to be moving as I'm starting to swing. So it's just going to compound the problem. Usually they're going to move out of that extreme position into a more regular position, so you know where to aim. You're hitting it behind them. You know, like if you see someone on a second serve standing way over here, like go ahead, hit to my forehand, and you hit a ball down here, they're probably on their way over here before you even hit the ball, so you can catch them off balance.
Great idea.
So having said that, I like to hold position, let them toss, and then if I choose to run around my backhand, I'm going to do it at that point when they're not looking, when they're focusing on the ball. I'm going to be scooting around quickly.
Gotcha.
Okay, if that's the case. It's pretty tough to do, I think, on the deuce side, because as you do that, you're pulling yourself way out of position. You're exposing this big area. Whereas if you do it from the ad position, and you come out here, and you decide to drive it hard back this way, then they're more likely to come back to you anyway. So, but that's not the case here.
And this may seem common sense, but the ball flight is going to be typically a little higher on the second one and a little slower. So when it hits, it is going to be a little more shallow in the court. So sometimes I will take a step in just to be ready for that. Less running to the ball.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
So-
certainly.
so-
Yeah, certainly.
I mean, that is obvious, but I think in the heat of the moment in the match, sometimes we don't see tendencies, and
Yeah.
you got to look for that.
Right.
Short serves, got to move in a step.
Right.
If somebody's serving the same speed as the second,
Mhm.
hold your ground.
Mhm.
Kick serves, that's another
Yeah.
lesson in itself.
Yeah.
Do I catch it on the rise? Do I let it come down?
Mhm. Now, what's interesting here is I think that the return position gives you a chance to really strike first in a rally. And so the returner has, I think, a lot of options, okay? Certainly, depending on the strength of the server, but if you're getting a lot of second serves, then you have a lot of options.
Sure.
And just to name a few, I like to lob.
Yeah.
What do you like to do?
Uh,
Just one shot.
hit it deep cross court.
Okay. And then I like to mix up a sharp angle cross court, either side.
Yeah. Every
Okay.
once in a while, I'll take an easier serve and maybe hit an angle, short angle,
Uh-huh.
maybe a slice,
Okay. Off speed stuff.
off speed,
Yeah.
maybe a lob over their head,
Uh-huh.
changing the speed of the ball.
Yeah. Right at the net player.
Right
on
at
a
'em.
second serve.
Yeah.
And the
Rip it
surprise,
down the alley.
Yeah. Surprise attack on the first serve. Right.
Yeah.
Right at them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they're poaching. And you
Right.
start aiming at them, then they're more reluctant to make that move.
Yeah.
Going down the alley, I think it's a good play.
Sure.
Used sparingly.
Yeah.
I think, unless we have a lot of time to get out there and train.
Right. Yeah. There's sometimes the first point you can go right at the net player.
Mhm. Yeah. Boy, and then that is going to dictate what the returner's partner does, right?
Right.
And that's
Right.
our next video.
Okay. Stay tuned.
Bye.